Hello, A Day with Caleb. We are back doing a kind of hodgepodge pickups video. We have some from a thrift store, some from Josh, some from eBay. So let's start with the thrift store. This one we passed coming back from Gray, Georgia. We've been doing a lot of work down there on a couple of houses in the area. So on the way back, we go down kind of like like a 4-lane interstate, but to the left, we saw, to the right going up, we saw the thrift store. So going back on the left, we said we should stop in and see what they have, because we had never been in there or even knew about it. So we went in there. They had great prices. The DVDs were four for $1.25. So I got four plus one more, and Josh got, I guess, the other three to make $2.50. Then the books, I got a couple of books, were I think also $1.25 each, not four for $1.25. So let's dig into these pickups from this thrift store, kind of around Gray, Georgia. It's kind of before you get there. But my story, Elizabeth Smart. So been wanting to read this. This is from her perspective, her story. They did that movie, the TV movie, but this obviously written from her point of view and with Chris Stewart, so I guess he also helps with the story. But growing up, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing missing Elizabeth Smart signs, or the news talking about it. And then when the police officers finally found her, it was a huge story, kind of like John Benet Ramsey. Anybody remember the young girl John Benet? But excited to read that. And then Mankind, Have a Nice Day, A Tale of Blood and Sweat Socks, Mick Foley. So this is interesting. Actually, on the back here, it kind of shows you all his injuries he dealt with throughout his career. Similar what they did a few years back with Jackie Chan. He has multitudes and multitudes of injuries, broken bones, fractures, concussions, near-death experiences. Mick Foley, like Jackie Chan, sacrificed his body and put his life on the line for people to enjoy his film, his stunts in the films. Just like Mankind, Mick Foley put his body on the line for wrestling entertainment. So that is something. We'll tell a quick story. Let me just kind of show you. There are a few pictures in here of Mick Foley. There's the dude. Mankind, of course. So that's awesome. But growing up at our school, we did go to Christian school. Kind of, I wouldn't say half. We did like K4, 5. K4, 5, and 6, I guess. And then maybe first grade, we did a Christian school, homeschooled until fourth and fifth and 6th grade, we were at another Christian school. If you don't know, our dads are pastors, so we would, travel church to church. We had a basketball team on that one. Anyway, long story short, too late, I know, but there were two groups, people, WWE, well, back in that day, WWF, or you were WCW. You couldn't watch both. You were either one or the other. So our group was WCW with the NWO, Wolfpack, which me and my bros, our moniker is the Wolfpack because most of us grew up during that era of WCW. The spin-off NWO faction, the Wolfpack, which my favorite wrestler, Sting, obviously Kevin Nash, Lex Luthor, Saturn, and who am I missing? Was Scott Hall? Yeah, Scott Hall. Rest in peace. And then there was the normal NWO faction. Anyway, so we would always, go back and forth. Usually WCW was winning. We spent the night at a friend's house, Rodney. If you're watching this, been too long, probably not watching it. I don't know where he is, but they had this thing where they went to bed. It was a weekend, well, Friday going into Saturday, so you would think, hey, we can stay up, play games. That was the whole reason we went over there. But they went to bed like 8:30 or 9. So I was just like staring at the ceiling like the moonlight was still there because it wasn't dark enough to go to bed. So I rigged up this ingenious thing. I did get sick a lot. So that wasn't out of the ordinary. And I was physically sick from having to go to bed that early. So anyway, we faked it to where we could come back home. Josh came with me, of course. Rodney's dad drove us back home just in time to watch Mankind and Undertaker, where Undertaker throws him off the top of the cage. And that was when, it kind of shifted to where I started watching more WWE. Of course, fell in love with the Undertaker. Sting and Undertaker right side by side. I still would edge Sting over him with the Crow storyline and the makeup and all that. Anyway, that is a ridiculously long story to say I'm excited about reading that book. Then we have Richard III, One Man's Hero. This looks very interesting too. Tom Bergeron. 1 million BC. This is an upgrade from VHS. Raquel Welch. Then Josh recommended this, Night of the Comet. I do have it on VHS, but I've never actually watched it. So we'll get around to watching that. Another upgrade, 1941, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Steven Spielberg directing. Then these are some, we worked out a deal with Josh. Dark Shadows. I do have that on DVD, so an upgrade. Johnny Depp, Tim Burton, based on the TV show Dark Shadows. Comment down below who watched that TV show growing up. I didn't watch it growing up, but later on we did watch a couple episodes. Then James McAvoy, Filth from the creator of Trainspotting. I love Trainspotting. And this is an upgrade from DVD. Then I have Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I have the 3 films, but I think this is a condition upgrade. Then I'm pretty sure I have Lawnmower Man 2, Jack Job's War. We'll have to check that. This is cool. Get Smart Again, the movie. Love Get Smart. Watched it all the time with our parents growing up. So very cool to have that in the collection. Then these are kind of also upgrades. Batman Soul of the Dragon, and then Justice Society World War II. Both pretty good films, especially Soul of the Dragon. Like it a lot. World War II is pretty good too. But if you did not know, there is the spine artwork forming. And actually at the end of this video, stay tuned and I'll show you with the spines all lined up. I have 6 or 7 of these and they're spelling out DC Universe. But these first 2 I had on DVD. I didn't even realize the spine. I just said, hey, there's the new, animated movie. Let's pick it up on DVD for, $5-6. Not thinking later that the others in this line I would pick up on Blu-ray. So, you could have the Blu-ray and the DVD like that, but it kind of looks off. It doesn't really line up like it should. So at the end we'll show all those lined up. So that's why I say upgrade, because we did upgrade to Blu-ray. We'll trade in those others to, McKay's or somewhere. But it's sad to have those. Then 3 Amigos and Funny Farm, both factory sealed. That is incredible. As I've stated before, on certain films we are going for a complete media format collection. So I have 3 Amigos on DVD and Blu-ray, so why not get VHS sealed to complete that. Did this come out in 4K? Or probably not beta or Laserdisc. We'll have to check on that one. And then Funny Farm, I want to say this was just DVD VHS, so I think that's complete. Maybe beta? I don't think so though. But Funny Farm, one of my favorite Chevy Chase movies. I would probably put Christmas Vacation first, because that's an all-time classic, especially around Christmas. Then I probably would put Funny Farm second. I would have to think more about it, but probably would do that. Comment down below what your top tier Chevy Chase films would be. I would probably do it that way. What would my third one be? Maybe, probably Fletch. Probably would be Fletch. So that's great. We're going to do a little sign out, but stay tuned. We'll show the spines at the end of this outro. Comment down below anything of interest you liked or have. Like, subscribe, share with a movie lover. Until next time, check your spine artwork for continuity and keep collecting. See how awesome that looks? Spelling out DC Universe. just for some comparison, we'll show the DVDs once I get them lined up. See, does that look odd to anybody else, or is it just me? Not quite the same as this. That just looks way better, in my opinion. Good to have them all lined up. I think the next one is on the way from my Facebook guy, so hopefully we'll get that pretty soon. But until next time, everyone, we'll see you later.